What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Madden 17 commentary again. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter. Shutdown Safety is my username. Madden 17 released the cover today. Obviously, also the features overview has came out. I'll put a link down in the description. And it looks like they're going to do a pretty good amount of overhauling this game. Now, some of it, I'll tell you up front, I don't like. Other parts, we're going to have to see a wait-and-see kind of approach. So the first thing they're going to implement is new ball carrier controls. And apparently it's going to be a tiered system that's going to allow special moves of different players to be pulled off depending on their attributes, ratings, and speed, which sounds indicative of something that's going to mean that only certain players can do certain moves, which is something back from 2K that we've seen, so that could be a very good thing. It does seem like it is going to be a rather intricate system. I don't like when games go into button mashes, but they do talk about helping teach you those moves with a path assist, and additionally the game can assist you by doing it for you depending on the skill setting. They also have a new defensive AI strategy system, which is going to implement gap play, force defenders, and improve zone coverages. So I'm hoping that can mean, your one-dimensional teams. I'd actually spoke to Rex Dixon a little bit earlier in the week about how Madden really has issues with levels concepts, with the out routes. You really have people that can abuse these plays over and over and over again to see positive results. And really, no matter what you do, unless you're going to use your control constantly, these certain plays can just eat you alive. And that's been a problem in Madden if you want to talk about, quote-unquote money plays for the longest time. So hopefully this concept, along with a whole, apparently, rebuild of the zone system, which includes 8 new concepts never used in Madden, will help that along the way. Finally, special teams. It's really been lackluster in Madden for a very long time. I don't know how I feel about the new kick meter that they've brought in. I actually think the kick meter they've kind of rehauled and retooled a little bit over the past few years was very good, but apparently now they're going to bring back the ability to ice the kicker, turn off the pressure on the late game kicks, maybe something that we've seen in Madden's past where, the meter gets more difficult to read or use depending on how exactly the play situation or the game situation is. So those kind of gimmicky things I don't really like. I'm interested in seeing how the running backs are going to be used, especially the ball carrier movements. I'm big with, only certain ball carriers being able to have certain animations or certain elements to their game. I think you've seen a lot of times in my videos and other people's videos, you've got people that aren't Barry Sanders that can pull off Barry Sanders-esque things. And I think a big part of Madden separating itself from arcade to simulation is getting to a point where a core group of players can do one thing and a core group can't. And you don't have that super player that can do everything. You've got to go and build your team again to make sure the mold that you're trying to create has players in it that can accentuate your skills as a player or accentuate your offensive line with what you're trying to do, maybe just pass block to run block. But most importantly, you get uniqueness to these players when they have moves that they all can't do. Again, concerns about the button mashing. I've never been a big fan of games that have you, hold one button, pull the other side, hit L2, hit a bumper. Maybe they found a way to simplify that, I don't know. But definitely, from what I've seen, if this is truly the way they've went with the game and they're hardcore devoted to making these limited animations and creating specific animations only to be used by certain players, that is a step in the right direction. But again, I'll be upfront with it. We've seen Madden come out with a whirlwind of great information, and then when the game arrives, we found that the execution is just not where we want it to be. Love to know your guys' opinions on this. Appreciate you checking it out. Back in the week with more content.